Hi Tessie, it's Sam. I have to be really quiet when I'm filming because it is 2:35 in the morning and the person that I'm living with is sleeping. But welcome back to me doing makeup. And now I'm doing fantasy makeup, as you can see from my face right now. I already started. I am doing like an elf-like character is what I wanted to do, what I felt would be great. And I'm once again gonna be just using my water-based face paints to do this. And if you look at my face right now, you will see that I've used liquid latex to sculpt out features that I don't already own, just because the paint wouldn't go over scar wax as well. And so I'm gonna start off just giving myself like a base face color. So it's been a crazy few weeks. I had the time off for Halloween, which was really nice. I enjoyed it a lot. And then 2 days after Halloween, I was just like minding my own business, you know, having fun. And my mom called me and she's like, yeah, I have a fever. And me and my sister, because I was with my sister, were immediately just like, uh-oh. Like, oh no, that isn't good. It was a high fever of 103. And so I was like, well, are you getting tested? Like, are you getting tested for COVID? And she's like, yeah, I'm gonna get tested. We're like, good. And everybody's like, oh, like, it probably isn't COVID. Like, it probably isn't. But like, mentally, I was like, oh, it's definitely COVID. Like, it's definitely COVID. And then, boom, it came back positive for COVID. And then me and everyone else, luckily it wasn't like a huge Thanksgiving. Like, it was only me, my sister, my grandma, uncle, my sister's husband, my mom, my dad. Like, I think 6 people total, including immediate family. And I unfortunately was only there for 2 hours because I had other things I had to do, like I was on duty as a CA, and then I had to go back to my boyfriend's apartment before he went to work. But it's been chaos. My sister's pregnant, and so everybody's been very like anxious about that because COVID and pregnancy do not mix. It's like research shows. COVID and pregnancy, not it, fam. Right now, I am just giving my face a more or less even white coat. And my neck, of course. Just to get my character down. I don't know how this always happens, but all my classes, not all of them, but most of them, 2 of them actually, just had really big assignments that lined up this week at like the same time. So not only did I need to write an 8-page paper, I have to write another paper and give a presentation, and it's all due within 2 days, and I've had this whole COVID thing, and I'm just like, oh my god, just give me a break. I'm just so tired, and I have the attention span of a rat. Like, I have no attention span. I just need a break. That's fine. Because, you know what? I said so. So it has to be. I don't know where my flat brush is, because once again, I'm not in my dorm, so I haven't. So, like, the brushes that were brought to me are out of my control. So I'm just kind of working with what I got. So it's going to be interesting how this turns out. And also my hair is blue. And I don't know if I said at the beginning of the video, but I'm kind of going for like an elfish character. Just because that's what I was feeling. It's like a dark elf. My reference picture is so much cooler than what my actual face is gonna look like. But it's inspiration and not reality. Which is why doing makeup is so much fun. And since this is water-based, I'm like being kind of careless because I don't really care if it gets on my clothing, because it just washes right on out. Yeah, we'll do some in the ears too. That's a nice blue, but I kind of want it to be a blue-green. Blue-green-gray. Very complex color palette we're going for right now. I'm just happy my friend delivered my stuff, which is how I got my makeup. And I was like, well, that's good, because not only do I need it for this class, I am in a set design class, and I cannot design sets with absolute garbage. Nothing. So I don't have any paper towels by me. Oh, it's a design in life. Or my flaw in life. As you'll see right now, my forehead looks so much worse than everything else. It's because of the brush I'm using. PSA. Fluffy brushes are not made for what I'm doing right now, fam. There we go. That's called recovery. Boom. And then, I'm not gonna make that mistake again. I'm gonna take, that's fluffy still. Look at this one. And we're really just gonna go in there. This looks kind of crazy, doesn't it? It's because I haven't blended it yet. I think my favorite part of the special effects makeup process is the painting. Because, like, yeah, well, the sculpting is fun. The sculpting is just kind of tedious and time-consuming. And right now, the sculpting I did for my face isn't the greatest, as you can probably see. Because I wasn't feeling it. Because I've been so busy and, like, just blah, overworked. So my sculpting also really depends on how much patience I have that day. And today, the patience meter is pretty low. So right now I'm going in with the black to kind of act as like my contour for this character. And I'm gonna take a damp sponge, I'm gonna damp it a little more, and just kind of blend everything. And as I'm doing this, it looks good, but I want it to be a little bit more dark, deeper down. So I'm probably gonna go in and repaint some. I'll blend the black right now. Get that in. Boom. Get the black in. Boom. Hello, reference, do not vanish. I need you right now still. It's like magic. You watch my forehead transform from this crazy oil thing. Gonna wet the sponge again, because even though it's not dry, it's just a little too damp to blend the way I want it to. I'm gonna hit the chin with this. Bring color in more subtle ways. And it's super important to never ever do this motion, because when you do that, you're just gonna swipe the face paint away. And then you're gonna be left with nothing and you're gonna cry, because that's frustrating. I should probably blend this, huh? Just a lot of me going tap 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 everywhere. Isn't this fun? This is still a bit too light. So I'm gonna do this. It's crazy to look at the time and like, I'm 13 minutes into making my face look like this. Interesting. So I'm gonna grab green with a fluffy brush, because the fluffy brush, like actual painting, holds a lot of water, and so the color isn't that saturated. I'm gonna go in and do that, because, and it also makes the white, which keeps it light. But because I do want the base color, like my reference image, to be green, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I look so interesting. I'm gonna dip this in some green and blend it, baby. But yeah, since then I've been trying to sort unemployment, because I do have to work to pay bills, and can't work while I might possibly have COVID. And I've just been trying to sort a bunch of stuff. I'm currently living with my boyfriend, which sounds really weird to say, but I'm gonna be living with him over winter break anyway, just because it works best for both of us. And also, we have a long distance relationship, and so I spend a lot of time with him trying to see him anyway, so it makes sense. If you hear something in the background, it's because I'm watching a video. Because I hate silence. I mean, honestly, most of this is just going to be me developing colors I want, which is not incredibly interesting, but kind of fun. Just to watch my face go through all the different hues until I go, yes, that one. So, I also did this, knowing I'll have to shower after, but still being disappointed, because it's gonna be like 4 a.m. and I'm gonna be ripping latex off my face, and then jumping in the shower. An awful roommate. Awful, awful roommate. Nice. Get the jawline. And then I'll go in and do the more delicate features like my nose and stuff independently. It's also very important. Oops, paint on the ground. Don't worry, it's water-based. It's also very important while doing this to keep your sponge wet, so it blends. It doesn't pick up the paint. And I was like, it's very important to keep it wet, as my sponge therefore then picks up all of the paint. It's also very important to make sure that your paint is dry on your forehead first. Idiot. Judge me. I can take it. Don't mind me. I'm just doing stuff. While the paint around my face dries so my sponge doesn't pick it up because it's wet. I feel like I should clarify. The sponge only picked up the paint because the paint was still wet. When the sponge is wet, it blends it. Sorry, blending with my non-dominant hand, which feels weird and bad. I guess other updates, Miss Jackson isn't with me here because I'm with a man who is allergic. And also the apartment has a no pets policy. So right now my mother is doing great, which is amazing. She had all of the symptoms. She got literally every COVID symptom in the book, which is unfortunate for her, but funny for me. And we think she got it from her work because COVID is going around there. Okay. Cool. I like that. Hair's everywhere. Oh, I'm also wearing contacts because why not? So now I am going to go in and just start working with my colors. Working with what I got, because I got it, blending it, perfecting it as I can. I'm not the best with brush work yet for these paints, so I'm still in that learning curve of like how to do things. But it's fine because mistakes are how we grow, and growing is how we learn. So you are going to watch me do a lot of learning in this video. I do love water paints so much though. They're like coloring your face. And who doesn't love painting, especially one's face? Last time you saw me, I was a sloth, and now I'm becoming an elf. Which is so much fun. Sorry. I am trying to manipulate the dried latex a little bit to be how I want it to be. And obviously sometimes the paint has problems sticking on the latex because the latex surface is not what paint is designed to stick on. So that is no fault in the paint. Fault in the latex and also the user who needs to figure out how to work it. That's fine. Using your fingers is also good. It's not like grease paint though, sadly. Trying to shadow it a little bit to give it more dimension. We music in my head. I thinking we music. Yes, I'm thinking we music. I'm thinking we music. And I'm thinking we music. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know how much you're like into YouTube. I'm into YouTube like a little bit. I've only recently started posting videos for this class, but I've watched a lot of videos because YouTube is obviously a culture that young people can flock to begin establishing their careers. And from a business standpoint, I find YouTube super interesting. And I don't think it's talked about enough when it comes to industries. Because if you ask any young kid what they want to do these days, they always say be a YouTuber. And everybody's like, haha, cute, try again. But while they're laughing at these kids are genuinely trying to figure out how to break into this new job market, which with COVID is becoming less and less silly every day. Just things to think about. How willing people are to adapt to one technology but not the other. It's interesting. Why are we like that? Why are we so gung-ho to adopt Netflix and other streaming services, but not YouTube? And what do other streaming services have that are like kind of a step up on YouTube right now? I've left these little guys like underdeveloped ones because I don't really know what I'm doing with them yet. So I'll start painting them. Come here, little fella. Come here. Painting you. It's paint time now. Do you too? Come. You are not spared from my brush. Though you want to be, I can feel it. You are not. Half an hour in, it is now 3:03 a.m. and I am going a little bit more crazy with every second that passes right now. Oh, I don't like that. I am looking at my reference photo, but it's kind of in vain because at this point, I'm just doing whatever I feel like. Well, you know what? I need her there to capture the energy of the character. Because even though I'm doing my own thing, her energy is what fueled this little project. I look so weird right now. Ooh. Trying to even out the texture on my forehead right now. Didn't. Thing is, I don't know if I'll be able to pull this off. I don't think I'll be able to, but let's go. Ah, nice. Lighten that up a little bit. Perfect. look a little bit crazy, but that's fine. Also, I hope I just have like nothing going on with my eyes. Imagine if it was like a real, like woodland creature that was just like, oh my god, I look so weird without makeup. Has to do their eyeshadow. Like, no, girl, you don't have to. I'm just a human, so it looks super weird if I don't. Paint those flappers, baby. Cool. Face sculpted. Now let's do this. Whew. I just got hit by a sleepy wave. Ooh. And the thing I'm listening to, a guy hid a treasure in it. He had his very own autobiography, which honestly is kind of iconic. Now I'm highlighting. Oh. Boom. Just didn't talk for a few minutes because I hit focus mode. I got some highbrows. Highbrows. Let's keep going. Boom. Boom. And then we're gonna kind of tone down some of those. And now we're gonna make me look overall just a little less crazy and a little more elfish. I'm gonna use this and just see how it goes. No, I'm gonna use this and see how it goes. I don't have my regular makeup, and so I'm just gonna use my body paints. This is fun. I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, switch it up. Gonna darken the eyes because I want to. I'm gonna grab my actual eyeshadow palette so I stop looking crazy. Which is gonna be really quick. Ugh. I'm back. Also, if you like the lighting, it's new. I got ring lighting to look all fancy. Look at I have my regular people makeup. Questionable regular people makeup. That's okay. We'll keep going. Oh man, look at this. Interesting stuff. Right now, yeah, I'm just doing the eye makeup. Make me look all pretty. Fits the elfish character. What a weird day. Could you imagine if my boyfriend like woke up to pee or something, and I was just like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like just sitting like this. I don't know who's interesting, me or the people who like decide to live with me. Let's keep going. Toning it back a little bit because I thought I got a little too dark, a little too crazy. This is also a very stiff bristled brush, and by no means ideal to do eyeshadow with, but that's okay. I'm gonna do this now. Do do. Doing this. Doing some shimmer. Beautiful. Beautiful. Boom. And I'm just gonna keep highlighting my face with the metallic powder. Use a shine because this creature is very ethereal. Nice, nice, nice. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna do this. Where are you? Where are you? You stinking stinker. This is eyeshadow. Metallic black. Boom. Just gonna take my brush and just kind of blend it. Pretty. For my lips, I'll take this dark blue and do the inner one. Sorry, just doing some shifting. I went in with body paints and now I'm going in with eyeshadow. Oh my gosh, look at there you go. Boom. I feel like this character needs like a blush. Like green blush, except it's actually pink. So I'm gonna actually take some pink pigment. And give this little elf character blush. What else do I want to do? Mascara. Now I'm doing mascara. You watch me dig a little bit. Oh, please be the right one. Oh, got the right mascara on the first try. That's cash money. Looks a little bit better now that I have mascara. Looks a little less soulless and dead. Mascara face, you know. And there they are. Oh, where's my lash glue though? Can I just like ghost them on? Like, this is what they look like. Boom. Actually, I can work around this. If I do this, it'll give me a different effect that'll also be really cool. And I think doing this to my eyes will make it oh. Did that. Now I need to do this. Sorry. Thinking. Calculating. Now I need to do this. This looks weird. Just wait. It'll be cool. In the end. You're wondering when this will end. Me too. Boom. I just had to line these. And here it is. Here is my fantasy character created in front of your eyes, for the most part. I know the U of M sweatshirt really ties it in, doesn't it? But this is it. My fantasy character, a little elf boy, girl. I'm a girl, a little elf girl. it looks once again cooler in person. And normally I'd power this, but it is water-based paints and not grease paints. Not grease based, so I don't need to. But I hope you enjoy my